I'm coming in for check day 3. I'm not happy with the water conditions. There's a lot of garbage floating down the river. It means the water's on the rise. Here's this rock that was almost completely exposed in the water yesterday. Water's a little bit above normal conditions, but there's a lot of trash floating in the water. The water is rising, so we'll take off, see if we have any catches today. Well, I do have a great big old beaver sitting right there on the bank. Front leg catch on a TS-85. He didn't go down the drowner cable. Drowner rig's out to here. He's sitting up there. I don't see the snare over there either, so we'll get up here and get this big old boy dispatched and check on the snare too. But we definitely got the one right there. I'll see you in a few minutes. I can see why the beaver didn't go down the drowning rig now. He's got the snare on him and he had the TS-85 on him. I'd caught him over there in that snare. You can see the cable running right up beside that cypress knee. I can see the snare on him, but I guess he could make it over here to this TS-85. And it got him too. I'll get out, see what I can remake, and we'll go from there. But it is a giant. Whew, one on the board for today. This is that crossover where I've had the game camera watching it. Had a beaver here yesterday. So let's see what I can remake. Looks like he destroyed the snare and snare set. With that much of the shock spring pulled out of the ground, looked like he about got the wolf fang out too, but we'll find out in a minute. It's a big old beaver. Holy cow. The reason he didn't go down the drowning rig is because the snare hit him right behind the head. But he was able to get to the TS-85. I'll get the snare off of him. I cut the cable. I'll hang another cable when this water goes down. But it's up about 6-8 inches from where it should be. But I had him in the snare first, and he was able to get to the TS-85. But that's one of J-Dub's snares. I'll get him in the boat, keep moving. I'm about to show how much this water has risen overnight. That crossover right there with the 330 set in it was the one I had that giant nutria in it yesterday. It was 50% submerged yesterday. Now the water is up to the top jaws on it. Had that, and I had a beaver on this castor mound right here. Neither set has been touched last night, but I'll keep moving. Just showing how the difference in the water level overnight. I'll keep moving. Well, I do have a trap right here missing out of its bed. We'll find out in a minute. I'll pull it up out in deep water. This is where I have the conibear on this trail and the foothold on this trail. The bed was right here. I do not see the trap, but I do see the cable out in deep water. I'll go get that anchor pulled up and see if we got another one, hopefully. But if I don't catch another one, I got a tank in the boat. You won't believe how big this thing is. I'll see you in a minute. Well, I do have beaver number 2. It's not a great old big one. It's maybe 25 pounds. It's just a beaver. It's try not to catch them this small. Usually the castor mounds are designed for the mature adults because they got to be about 2 years old before they start making castor mounds. This size is smaller. The castors are usually just shells. They're still attracted to the castor mounds, but they don't spend a lot of time making them. I'll get him stored behind me, get the trap reset, and keep moving. Well, I do have beaver number 3 in some kind of tangled up mess right off the bank. Pretty good sized beaver. I've got to get him out of this root wad somehow. Get the trap out from under him and load him up. We'll keep moving down. Well, here's beaver number 3, and I'll have to let him dry out a little bit, but he just looks cold black. Hope so. I caught a few of these last year that was cold black. I don't know, he's got a little brown up here on his cheeks, but he's a big old beaver. I'm not resetting this one right now until the water drops a little bit. It's tangled up in some root wad, and I'm just gonna have to about swim. I mean, it's almost waist deep and it's hung up on the bottom right now. I'm gonna get a warm day with the water down and get in here and get that. But I got the beaver out of it anyway. We'll figure out the best way to get in the boat and head on down the creek. See you down there. I did have this castor mound set. Couldn't find the trap, so I run the cable out in the deep water, seeing if I had a catch before I even bothered turning it on. I did not want to miss, and I didn't. I got a tank. I gotta get him pulled in the boat. We'll take a look at him in a minute. That'll be beaver number 4. Oh, I say tank, I mean tank. There's beaver number 4. Back foot catch on a TS85. He's got a big old chunk of his tail bitten out, but it's a great day. I still got more to check, and I got 4 in the boat. I'll get him stored behind me and keep going. Well, I managed to get another beaver. He has pulled the stake up out in deep water. Hopefully you can see the cable running right up through here. He's up here on top of the lodge. He's trying to hide at the moment, but he's right in there. I can see the trap upside down, still on him. But I'll come up here in the shallow water, bail out, get up on top of the lodge, and go get him. That'll be. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I'll show him to you in a minute. Right there's the one I just got. There's another tank under it, and 3 great old big ones right there. I still got more traps to go check. It's starting to look like some kind of episode of Swamp People or something. This boat is loaded. I mean, they're all giants. Oh, happy day. I'll get back in the boat and we'll head on down the creek. My catch of the day. 5 big old tanker beaver. You can see my 22 for size comparison on top. This one I thought was cold black. Well, it is black, but it does have a little brown on its cheeks. But there's 5 more beaver. That was that last one. That was at the lodge. He done pulled my anchor. He was up on the lodge. He's dry. But oh, that was a load in the canoe. There's 5 more beaver. I got the 22 on them for comparison. You can tell they are boss beaver. See you later. Headed to the house. We're going to pick up another freezer so I can keep trapping. See you then.